One element of fiction is where the story is happening. That's referred to as the setting. When we have setting, we have two different types of setting. The first is the physical setting. This is the story's specific geography. Think back to the beginning of the year when you learned about the 5 themes of geography in social studies. This is what you're looking for with your physical setting. This could include the location, okay? What country or what city or what state is the story happening in? It could include the climate. What's the weather like in the story? It could include props. These are items in the story. It could be a building. It could be what is placed in the room. Any of those props that are significant. It could also be the physical features. Is it in an area with large trees? Is it in a city? There are large buildings. Are they newer buildings? Are they older buildings? All of these details are the physical setting. We also have temporal setting. Think temporal time. Temporal time, because temporal is the time information for the story. This could be the duration or amount of time. How long does it take for the story to happen? Is it 1 hour? Is it 3 years? Is it 20 years? What's the duration or amount of time? It could also be the period or era of time. Is the story happening in the future? Does it happen in the 1940s? Does it happen in 1822? What is the time period in which the story is occurring? In our book, Stella Luna, we're able to analyze both elements of setting. Starting with our physical setting, we know that this happens in a warm forest. We know this because looking back in the book, it specifically says that it happens in a warm, sultry forest. Doing further research, you can also find that this kind of fruit bat is going to live in a warm forest, more in the tropical regions. So it's a warm forest. We also know that this area has fruit trees. We're going to count this as part of our physical setting because it's significant to the characters. And we know this because the bats eat from the fruit trees. Our temporal setting, our time-based setting, we do not know in this story what year, what era it's happening in. We do, however, know that it happens over a period of time, likely a few weeks or a few months. Our evidence here is that there is a reference to multiple day and night cycles. We see that Stella Luna has to learn to sleep by sitting in the nest instead of hanging by her feet. And then later she learns to sleep by her feet again. This references several day and night cycles. We also see Stella Luna age in this book, giving us that clue that the story is happening over a period of time. And a piece of evidence for this is that her wings at the beginning of the story don't work. That's one of the reasons she's not able to properly escape the bat and help her mother, or the owl, and help her mother. By the end of the story, she has learned to fly. She's not yet an adult. Flying is a new thing for her. But because of this developmental change, we can prove that she ages. To review, physical setting is the geography of the story, the physical where it's happening. Where your temporal setting is your time setting. When is it happening? Over what period of time?